Alright guys, it's Kieran from Red Devil Weekly. We are live with the Everton review. Manchester United have beaten Everton 2-0 at Goodison Park. A fantastic result, and I think a result which we will look back on at the end of the season as a potential turning point in our season, a potential turning point saver in our season. Obviously before this we had lost 1, drawn 3 games. We were in a very bad run of form, especially in the league, drawing 3 games on the bounce against Leicester, Burnley and Southampton. Games which you would have thought would be bankers at the start of the season, but as you can see, we have turned Everton over after a fantastic performance from a few players in particular, but I thought the whole team played well, and I thought, we actually, played with a bit of pride, a bit of passion for the shirt. We actually showed up, unlike the draws that we had, during this festive period. It's great to kind of start to come out of the festive period in good form and ready to hit the season hard. I said on my Twitter and on here that we need to leave this bad form in 2017. That's exactly what we have done. We've gone out against Everton, 2-0 wins against a very defensive-minded side, a very solid side in Everton, and we were able to break them down. Obviously in the first half we had a lot of possession, and it looked like same old. It was very hard to break Everton down. It was very difficult to kind of as I said, very difficult to break Everton down. Sorry guys, green screen problems, but it was very difficult to break Everton down. But in the second half we managed it through a lovely finish by Anthony Martial. Fantastic finish into the top right corner of the net. Very, very composed finish to score his. Was that his 10th goal for Manchester United this season? I'm not sure, but I think he's in a very, very good scoring move. In fact, he's scored more goals for Manchester United this season already than he has in the whole campaign last season. So very good for Anthony Martial. And then Jesse Lingard with the icing on the cake, shushing his haters with a fantastic finish in the same exact place as Anthony Martial. Lovely bit of skill to get past a few players. And composed finish from Jesse Lingard makes it 2-0 to Manchester United, and that was how it finished, in a clean sheet as well, which I'm very happy for, especially for the likes of David De Gea, and our defence, who I think have been very, very decent thus far. Welcome you guys, welcome everyone who has joined the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see who is in the stream. Comments coming thick and fast, as you guys can see. Alex says, great second half. We did look very, very good in the second half. I definitely agree. And he also says Pogba looked a new man. He did. He looked absolutely fantastic, did Paul Pogba. Absolutely unreal performance today. After all the stick he got from Paul's goals, which Jose Mourinho commented on, which I will get into. After all the stick he received, he has replied with 2 assists against Everton, and he ran the show in that midfield. People were trying to shrug him off the ball, and he was just having none of it. He was just unbelievable. Had a fantastic game today. Very, very proud of my captain, and it shows that it's not the captaincy that was affecting his last few performances. So yeah, hopefully he can continue winning. Welcome Asian Gamer, welcome Dal as well. Alex is impressed by Martial. He was fantastic, especially his finish for the goal. Alex also says, Jesse Lingard proves again, passion and pride is everything. Exactly. When you play for the shirt, when you play for the badge on the front, they'll remember the name on the back, and that's exactly what he was doing. And, he shushes the haters. 2 wins for Dazza. Yep, Dal Johnson, obviously Millsborough getting the win as well. Welcome Red Army MUFC to the stream. Welcome all you guys. Welcome Tubes, welcome Brotherhood Gaming. He says, how do you let me into Old Trafford? I've got a spare key. It is. I've got links with the boss men at Old Trafford. Asian Gamer says Coutinho is worth 130 million and Lingard has better stats. How much is Lingard worth? Oh, that's a good question. It's a good question. I mean, he's English, so I don't know. You guys can have your say in the live chat. I'm not really sure how much he'd be worth. Welcome United fan, welcome to the stream. United fans said he predicted 2-0 to United. You did, yeah. I remember on the preview you did predict 2-0 to Manchester United. 7 goals. 7 goals in 9 games for Jesse Lingard, says Tubes. He's on an absolute fire. Absolute fire. Asian Gamer says, guys, do not go to Twitch and go watch Zach streams. His viewers are evil. Wow, why would that be? Why would that be? Welcome, Murph. If you don't know who that guy is, it is Max play. It's no ManUnitedMax, but his second channel, Murph. Obviously, you know Max, and I think his surname is Worth. So Max and Worth, Max Worth, Murph. There you go. But yeah, if you want to go subscribe to that channel, please do feel free. I was you know, watching the watch along earlier when the team news was coming and stuff. Loads of comments from you guys, as ManUnitedMax says there. Already a fantastic stream. Loads of comments. Very, very excited for this. You know, I'm just having to scroll through. Red Army MFC said Luke Shaw is a great shout as well. What was that be for man of the match? Yeah. He played really well, and I think he has been playing well in recent games for Manchester United, which is a very encouraging sign. Obviously, some people saying that we should go in and invest in a left back, but I think Luke Shaw's doing an absolutely fine job with Manchester United. Dal says, people saying problem with notifications on my channel. Any of you got live stream notifications? Alright, yeah, I got your earlier live stream notification, but I'm not sure if you went live afterwards. Ryan says, brilliant second half from Pogba, man of the match by a mile. He played absolutely fantastically, as I already said. You know, he really took that game by the scruff of the neck, which you look for in a captain, and I thought, he was very calm, composed, and I thought he did really, really well. Murph says, what a game to start the season. Yeah, it was a fantastic game to start, the new year and bring in the new year. Hopefully we can take that form into the new year. Tube says, bring on the derby. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, if we play the derby in our next game, I'd be confident. No De Bruyne, no Jesus. I'd be very, very confident. Asian Gamer going Lingard, probably 165 million. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Just to make sure, yeah, I've still got my mic on. Yeah, oh god, this keeps moving like that. Right, that's fine, that's good. I think I'm in a good position now. Anyway, but yeah, it's a fantastic performance. Great 3 points. Obviously puts us second, 2 points in front of Chelsea. Obviously they've got a game in hand. I'm not sure who they are playing, but in fact I think they're playing Arsenal in the game to sort of catch up with us. So if that ends in a draw, we'll keep in our second place, which is very, very good for us, and get back into second place with a bit of a buffer between us and third place, which would be very, very decent after the bad run of form. ManUnitedMax says United need to keep our heads up and focus on winning each individual game. 100% agree. We have to keep looking forward. We have to take each game as it comes. I know it's very, very cliche to say those kind of things, but we do. We need to make sure that we continue this run of form, and I think we can do that. The players have definitely shown that they can win these games, and they've shown how they can perform. We just need to do that week in, week out, and hope that others kind of hope that others lose their heads. What was it saying? Keep your head while others around you lose theirs. Something like that. Ryan says Pogba really looks a player in that attacking role and really showed he suited being captain today. I mean, exactly. I mean, I'm not sure about you guys, but I've been crying out for Paul Pogba to being a bit further forward. I've been crying out for Paul Pogba to sort of get in that that forward role, and because he's able to dictate the play. As we can see, he's able to get past players, do fancy tricks and flicks, and also bully players off the ball. And I think he's just absolutely fantastic going forward. I think he is wasted in a defensive midfield position. But yeah, he had a fantastic barnstorming game, and obviously earned his man of the match very much so. But yeah, United fan gets this week's prediction, correct score prediction, so shout out to him. And yeah, as from now on, if you are in my previews and you do predict the correct score, I will give you a shout out and stuff. So if you are on Twitter, United fan, I will give you a shout out. Tube says, Alex, yeah, Derby are second in Championship. I'll give a break to De Gea, Lindelof, Jones, Matic, Rashford and Mata. Yeah. I definitely think, I definitely agree. Obviously, Derby County on Friday is our next game. So yeah, looking looking good for that game. Tubes' lineup, by the way: Romero, Tuanzebe, Smalling, Rojo, Shaw, Blind, Herrera, Pogba, Martial, Mickey, Lingard versus Derby. I think that'd be a strong enough team. Obviously, they are doing quite well in the Championship, but hopefully we can beat them and go through to the next round of the Cup, because the FA Cup would be a nice cup to win. And, you know, a bit of silverware in this season would hopefully you know, get rid of some of those Mourinho haters and, you know, keep up our run of winning silverware in most seasons that we play. And I think we can do that. I think we've got the squad to win the FA Cup. And it's also going to be interesting about the Champions League as well. But obviously, after one good game, you know, I feel like I'm getting a bit carried away. I shouldn't be talking about Champions Leagues and that. Alex says, to be fair, we hardly ever score good goals, and today we scored 2, so I'm happy. Yeah, we are. I mean, Lingard only ever scores bangers, I'm pretty sure. You know, he's just an animal in front of goal. Really good finisher. Martial, I mean, he's very, very clinical, and that is a fantastic finish. There's not many, I mean, I'm not just saying this, there's not many players in the Premier League who would have, you know, been able to curl that into the top corner, you know, have the kind of composure and clinicality to put that in the top corner like that. So fair play to Anthony Martial. I think, you know, he is one of our best players really in the team. When he shows up, he's so hard for any defence to stop, probably in Europe. So, you know, when he doesn't show up, it's annoying. But, you know, when our players show up, we really do shine in front of goal. And today we did that. We had a lot of long shots actually in the game. A lot of frustrating ones. You know, Pogba, Herrera had a go. I think Mata had a go. Rojo had a go, which nearly ended up as a through ball to one of their players, which was ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, that's just the fun of the game, really. But I'm just so happy that we got the win. You know, I just thought we need to stop the rot, or else we could be going in the wrong direction. And we have stopped the rot with a fantastic win, a very professional performance from the team. No injuries as well, which is very, very positive. Hopefully the Derby game we can rest a few players, as Tube's saying. Hopefully by our next game against Stoke on the 15th, we can have a few of our players back and fit. And yeah, we can go into that game, hopefully with other teams dropping points around us. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Alex says, I still think Pogba is capable of a lot more, though. I've never seen a player as well-rounded as him in my lifetime, which is 14 years. Yeah, fair enough, but I mean, I definitely agree, exactly. I mean, I was going to say, yeah, 14 years, but that's still a long time, especially in football, and I do agree. I mean, at such a young age, he shows such a you know, a lot of arrogance, but good arrogance on the pitch. You know, skillfulness and just, you know, composure to find the passes. I mean, some of the long passes are Scholes-esque, playing them from across the pitch, just absolutely unreal from Pogba. And I think that, you know, with the right players around him, he could become, you know, one of the best midfielders, if not the best midfielder in the world. And also, if you look at Paul Pogba's stats and Kevin De Bruyne's stats, they're not even that far apart, and people are saying that Pogba's hasn't been, you know, amazing this season, and Kevin De Bruyne has been like the best player. So I don't know about that. Tube says Pogba with Matic and one more CM would be great midfield. Ideally, someone like Kroos, Modric, Verratti, but that's very unlikely. Yeah, it is very unlikely, but you never know. Ed Woodward saying that Manchester United can do things which only other clubs can dream of or whatever. But you know, it's, you know, I don't know about that, Ed, to be honest. You know, we haven't really done anything recently, and hopefully we can do something big very, very soon. Obviously, Jose Mourinho was hinting at a big transfer in the summer, if you've read a few of his comments. So that will be interesting to see how that unfolds. Dal, by the way, I won't be doing Skype, but I will be doing Skype for future. I'm just trying to set that up and make it look a bit nicer for the streams. But thank you very much for, you know, wanting to call in. And also, if you want to add me on Skype for next time, my Skype is in the description down below. Also, guys, please do leave a like. That'd be absolutely fantastic if you haven't already. Chief says the second half was impressive. Still think we can score more in the future. Definitely. I think we still need to be a bit more clinical in front of goal. We did have a lot of chances, and we could have really, you know, put four or five past them if we were, you know, right on form. But it's good. It's good. It's good to see that we're back to our attacking best and really going at teams. Ryan giving his player ratings. He's going De Gea 7, Lindelof 7, Jones 7.5, Rojo 7, Shaw 7.5, Matic 7, Herrera 6.5, Pogba 9, Martial 7, Lingard 7.5, Matic 7.5. So yeah, no one under a 6 for Manchester United. I did think in the first half Herrera was poor in the first half. I thought he gave away the ball a lot and committed a few silly fouls. So I think he needs to kind of get back into get back into form a bit if he wants to be in the first choice. As Tube said there, he is solid squad depth. I think as a backup centre mid, he's one of the best in the Premier League. But in reality, he's not an amazing player. But hopefully he does, rekindle some of his form that he showed last season. Because I have no doubt he has a very, he is a decent player. He's just not showing it at the moment. Ryan said, does everyone agree that Pogba needs to play in that attacking role? I 100% agree. I think he gives us so much more space in that midfield, gives us so much more attacking threat. And, it'd be silly not to play him there, I think, after that performance. If he does get moved back, I would be very, very surprised. I think even Jose Mourinho has shown that Paul Pogba has absolutely dominated the midfield in that position. And with Matic there as well, it provides some very, very good defensive cover. And I think that's why that was the sort of form that he was showing, in the start of the season as well. So, we need to play that. And I think if we play that, we look a lot more free, open, and, better attacking. Chief says, Ryan, agree, mate. Pogba with Matic at the base and one more in the middle between the two would be fire. Ryan says Pogba in that attacking role, then Matic behind him with another CM would be beast. Yeah, or best. Did he say best? No. Yeah, beast. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't read that. But no, that would be sick. And I think we'd really look a force attacking wise. And to be honest, guys, I'm not sure about you, but I think we're only 1 or 2 signings off Man City. I don't think we're even that far off. They're playing some fantastic football, yes. But it shows, with the result against Crystal Palace, you can stop them if you play a certain way. And obviously it's not the most glamorous way, but, you can stop them. And they're not unstoppable. So, hopefully, we can do that. But I do think we're only a few signings away from Man City. I'm not sure what you guys think. Alex says Pogba in front of Fabinho and Matic. Yeah, Fabinho I think would be a decent signing, especially with the flexibility in positions he has. He could also fit in for Valencia at right back if needed be. But he does provide a very good centre midfield because he is very what should we call it? He's very he's very versatile, but he's also very good at making those runs from midfield as well. But yeah, great stream, guys. Great stream so far. Ryan says Herrera isn't good enough for United. I think a lot of fans would probably start to agree with you. I think, as squad depth, I think he really does kind of add something within the squad. He can do a job for you when he does come in, but I do think he needs to kind of wise up a bit and, start. I'm not sure what he needs. I'm not sure what Herrera needs because he hasn't really been playing that well at the moment. But I think he is a good team player. He does have passion and can kind of motivate the team. Can be one of those players who does, play with his heart, which is great to see. But, you do need the ability as well to match with that. Tube says Herrera's playing style is very, very strange. He was always very technically good on the ball, passed it well, was comfortable scoring and assisting up until last season or so. Yeah, I thought so as well, and I think he was a very important midfielder for us, and now he's just kind of a squad player. So it is annoying. And I think it's annoying because when we signed Ander Herrera, I was very, very happy. I think it was a Louis van Gaal signing when David Moyes seemed very, very interested in signing Ander Herrera. But yeah, I think we've. Oh, whoa! Oh, I thought I touched on there. God, this is annoying. This is annoying me. Anyway, yeah, get Munier for the right back spot, says Tubes. Possibly that'll be a decent purchase for Manchester United. Munier looks very, very good young talent. Alex says he's constantly diving and moans at referees. He gets yellow cards a lot. Probably about Ander Herrera from Alex. Yeah, I think he does. And I mean, obviously, some people call that passion. Some people call that silliness. You don't know. But I think he's a good squad player, to be honest. I mean, if we sold him, fair enough. But I just think he might be kind of, you know, he might be a decent player in the future, because he's not you know, really old. He still has a lot of time left in his career, so I think it'd be good, you know, to keep him and maybe be an experienced head at Manchester United. A few of you talking about Sergej Milivojevic-Savic from Lazio. Alex says he looks very well rounded. I will be doing like transfer stuff as well, obviously going through January. I think, you know, you guys love the transfer stuff, and me, you know, trying to fight through all the garbage stories and giving you the real stories and all the transfer gossip going around about Manchester United, keeping you up to date, and I will be doing that throughout the January transfer window. Obviously Mourinho's hinted at possibly getting some people in, hinted at possibly not getting anyone in as well, so it's going to be very, very interesting window for Manchester United fans. I think a lot of fans would say that we need to bring some people in, and others would argue that, you know, we might not need to bring anyone in and kind of, you know, more think about players out than in. But yeah, she says Bayern should snap up Werner, Meyer, Brandt, and I can't pronounce that last name, I'm sorry. But yeah, no, Bayern Munich obviously looking like they're going to sign Goretzka from Schalke. And I mean, as you said there, Chiefs, I'm very happy he's not going to Liverpool, because he is a talent. And especially with Naby Keita as well. They really do look like Liverpool are making some moves. They're making some real moves, obviously for Van Dijk as well. You know, they're making some moves which look a bit daunting. Obviously as a Man United fan, I hope they don't go so well, but they do look like good transfers. They definitely do look like good transfers, so hopefully they don't go well, but, you know, Liverpool are doing bits. Alright guys, I'm back. Yeah, I've had to change the microphone, so if you can hear something in the background, then it's my laptop fan, unfortunately. It's very, very loud. Sorry about that, guys. Obviously I don't know why my microphone does that. I need to get a new microphone really, but this is my webcam mic. But yeah, hopefully you guys can still see me in the chat. But yeah, I'm kind of, I am. Hopefully, I should be back on. Hopefully, I should be back on the same video. But yeah, obviously, you know, we've had a bit of technical issues. If you are still watching the stream, hopefully, I am back on the stream. And I'm sorry if any of you guys, you know, have kind of gone or whatever. But yeah, but I mean, obviously talking of signings, I'm not sure if we are going to bring anyone in to Manchester United. I think it's going to be a bit of a long shot if we are going to do that. But I mean, it's, you know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting transfer window. As I've said, you know, they've hinted at kind of, you know, going, you know, they've hinted at, you know, either kind of going for transfers or possibly not going for transfers. So I don't know how it's going to play out. I really don't. It's going to be very, very interesting. A lot of Man United fans saying they want players in. Alex says, yep, I always loved Napoli. They've got a great manager in Mertens, and Insigne are both perfect in the false nine. They have a good defence and great depth in midfield. Diawara, Hamzik, Alan, Zelensky. very, very solid. Yeah, they do look like very, very decent players, Napoli. I mean, I would love to take a few of them off their hands, to be honest. But answering your question, Ryan, who's the best centre mid for us to buy? There's a lot of interesting names. A lot of interesting names for us to get potentially. But yeah, I don't know. Because a lot of the best centre midfielders are already taken. And I reckon someone like Fabinho will be alright. I think, you know, going forward we are doing okay. I think Fabinho will probably be decent. And probably someone like I don't know. I mean, Daryl's mentioned Iniesta. I think he might be too old. Goretzka would have been nice. Alex says Marco Rog looks world class. Obviously, that guy from Lazio as well would be decent. But yeah, I mean, I think we shouldn't go for old. We should go for kind of younger players, younger centre midfielders. So that'll hopefully sort of grow up in the spine of the team and sort of add to the spine that we've already got. I think that'd be absolutely fantastic if we're able to do that. But yeah. I mean, such a great game today. I'm just buzzing over the moon after the performance as well. I mean, is there any other positions you guys would want to strengthen? Because obviously a lot of you talking about centre midfield. A few people are talking about, you know, a number 10. Now Pogba's put in that performance. Do you think we need a number 10? You know, a lot of people are talking about, you know, the people we'll have to potentially sort of move out of Old Trafford as well. You know, how about we do this in the chat? 3 in, 3 out for Manchester United. I'd love to hear your 3 ins and 3 outs for Manchester United, and we'll see what you guys come up with. Also, if you are watching, please do leave them in the comment section down below. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Chief says the Bayern needs some restructuring to start a new era. Robben Ribery going soon. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Obviously, Daryl being the Bayern fan that he is, you know, I mean, they have some decent players, but they are, you know, they are getting older, and I think they are in risk of, unless they don't have any, you know, again, get some young talent, then they are at risk of not being the force they once were. But yeah, Dal says centre backs who to bring in. I mean, in my opinion, we've got a lot of centre backs in our team. Obviously, you've got Rojo, Smalling, Jones, Lindelof, Blind. You know, them. He could probably double up as a centre back. So I think we've got, you know, a lot of centre backs in our team. If you wanted to buy a world class centre back, you could look at someone like, you know, Varane would be decent, although I don't think Real Madrid would do any business with us. I mean, you know, Van Dijk would have been nice, but obviously he's going to Liverpool. Some people are saying Marquinhos this summer. Some people are saying we could sign Marquinhos. Verratti in centre mid would be massive, but I don't think it would ever happen. Yeah, I think he's another very creative player. Obviously plays for PSG, doing really well at the moment in the French league, in the Farmers League. But you know, you never know. You never know what could happen in the transfer window. Mad things happen sometimes. Daryl says, "Yep, choose Bayern have enough money and scouts to find strong quality midfielders if they go." Yeah, I think that'd be. That is true. They do have a lot of scouts all over the world who can, you know, conjure up some magic for them. So, you know, I think they're alright. And also with the manager and with the staff they have, I think they'll be okay, especially in the league they're in. Chief says with Wise, Bale, Pulisic, Perisic, Malcolm, William, Mario, all players like Griezmann, Dybala, or Ozil. I mean, they would be nice. I think out of those, I think the most likely would probably be, you could probably looking at Perisic or Malcolm or Mario or maybe Ozil. although he does look very, very content at Arsenal, so I don't think he is going anywhere, unfortunately, for us. But I do think he'd be a very, very good addition to this Manchester United team. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. I hope you had a fantastic, fantastic 2017. It's 2018 now. I'm going to try and kick on with this channel. Hopefully you guys can stick along with the journey with me. I will be talking transfers throughout January, obviously with the January transfer window. I'll be trying to, do streams very, very regularly for you guys, so we can talk about transfers and get your opinions on things a lot more. But yeah, hopefully, I'll see you again in the future. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will be bringing you transfer stuff. So yeah, I mean, thank you so much for all the comments you've put. It means so much to me that you're commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. Fantastic.